Jason disappeared again.
He's wiping off my lens.
Oh, nice. All right, everybody, welcome back to Open Mat Chat. This is episode 49. We have Mr. Jiu-Jitsu joining us today. And welcome to the show, bro.
Thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks for being on.
Yeah, we appreciate you, man. I don't know. I think I had a face for Mr. Jiu-Jitsu, and I was friends with your other page too, and I never put it together. And I remember when you told me you were Mr. Jiu-Jitsu, I was like, yeah, right. This guy's not really him. We're being trolled, man. Why do people want to troll us?
You're like, who is this old short guy?
We like old short guys though.
We're all old short guys.
And the thing is, on the page, it is my face on the page, but people think it's just some bald guy that's just on the page, like as like just something to have on the page. Like your typical jiu-jitsu guy is a bald guy with cauliflower hair. So I think a lot of people are like, well, you're not really the guy from the picture on the page, because that's just a random, that's your typical prototypical, I don't know, jiu-jitsu guy, I guess. I don't know. I'm like, no, that's my face.
He's like, that's me.
That's actually me. They're like, what?
So Mr. Jiu-Jitsu is actually appropriately named.
Yeah, and here the truth is, I did not come up with that name.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people think I came up with that name. So when I started doing jiu-jitsu, I was driving my friends crazy. They knew nothing about jiu-jitsu. Every time we talk about anything, be it fighting, be about sports, I always talk about jiu-jitsu, and they're like, all right, Mr. Jiu-Jitsu, what do you got to say about it now? And so that's where I got the nickname. I'm not clever enough to come up with Mr. Jiu-Jitsu. Sorry. I'm just not that smart. So actually, I owe it to my friends in the 90s that called me Mr. Jiu-Jitsu from talking about it all the time. So I didn't come up with that name. I wish I did. I wish I was cool enough to think, oh, that'd be a cool name. It would be catchy, but not that smart.
It is catchy, though.
Yeah.
Like when people see you out, do they call you Mike, Michael, or Mr. Jiu-Jitsu?
They usually call me either Mr. Jiu-Jitsu or Mr. JJ. And then when they're like, well, what do you want us to call you? I'm like, just call me whatever you want. I don't care what you call me. I mean, most people call me an asshole behind my back anyway, so I don't care what you call me. So.
Hey, so you've been doing jiu-jitsu quite a while, huh? When did you start?
I started in 1997.
Okay.
So in 1997, I walked into a Blockbuster video store. I rented UFC 1, and I was instantly hooked. It was game over for me.
Game over. And where were you? Like, what gym did you first walk into, or how'd you look it up?
Well, here's what happened. So I rented UFC 1. We went back to the house. I watched it, and instantly I was taken back. I was shocked. I was like, because I had always thought fighting was always the bigger, stronger guy with the muscles, the black belt in karate. That's who a fighter was, or who I would see in the movies. That's who I consider was a badass fighter who would win in a street fight. And then watching Royce Gracie, winning the first match, and the second match, and the third match. And then I was like, hey, I want to go get the other ones. Then I saw him win the next one. And then the third one, it's like, and I was like, man, I love this. So the next day, I was actually trying the moves on my friends. They're like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, I'd like, see that show that guy did? I was doing it all wrong. Well, 3 weeks later, I was in Iowa fighting in my first ever cage fight.
With no training.
No training partners, no gym, just watching UFC 1 through 4 I had at the time from Blockbuster. Training with guys that not only were they not trained to fight, we were a bunch of degenerates back then. We were drinking, doing every drug that you could think of. Last thing we were doing is doing actual training. But I just got so taken up by it. I was like, man, I got to get into this. And then I saw this thing on, I don't remember if you remember the website online. It was one of the first ever websites in 1997. It was, remember Full Contact Fighter? You might remember that, Adam. Yeah. So they had it on there that there was a cage fight in Iowa, in Dubuque, Iowa. I signed up for it. Monty Cox run it. I don't know if you know Monty Cox is. He
fight promoter, yeah.
Fight promoter. He later on he was Fedor's promoter. He was a couple big promoters after that. And I went up there. I fought, and it turned out how you might think it turned out. I got armbarred in like a minute and like 42 seconds. But that's where I got hooked. And then later on, I went to the Grace Academy in Cleveland. There were 2 Grace Academies at the time. There was one in Torrance, California, and one in Cleveland, Ohio, in Palmertown Mall. I started going there, and that's where the actual training started to begin.
Where
So
were
I've been
you
doing this
living
for a
at the
hot
time?
minute.
Where were you living at the time?
Ohio, Youngstown,
Ohio.
where I've always lived. Yeah.
So you just traveled.
Yeah, I just traveled. I literally traveled all over. Yeah.
How far is Youngstown from Cleveland? About an hour or so?
It was about an hour, 20-minute drive. Yeah.
Okay.
Now I only went to that gym for about 6 months, and then I had this. I thought I was going to be in the UFC one day. That was my dream. I wanted to be an MMA fighter. I didn't really care about doing the gi anymore. I was like, I'm not really into this. I just I just wanted to bang. You know what I mean? I just wanted to fight. So I had a gym behind I had a big empty space in my garage in my house, and I had people come from all over, and we were just sparring all the time. I was almost a white belt for like 10 years. I really didn't put on the gi till like prior to like 2000.
So,
I didn't
just like a lot of no gi.
Yeah, it was a lot of no gi. It was a lot of MMA sparring. It was a lot of, and I did a lot of no holds bar matches, a lot of challenge matches back then. So it was I really didn't get into the I was not technical. I was more about it was more about wrestling and fighting at the time. I would pass up a submission in a heartbeat just to pound someone.
Yeah. Because 97, 2000, we're talking Mark Coleman,
yes,
young Randy Couture, Mark Kerr. So all the big wrestlers are just sprawl and brawl, take you down.
And living in Ohio, Ethan, I got to train at the Hammer House a few times. I got to train with Daniel Bobish. I got to train with Kevin. I got to train with a lot of guys back then. It was nice.
Man, what an era that was, though.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah,
that's pretty dope, man. So when did you start wanting to get belted in jiu-jitsu with the gi on?
It was. I started. So one of my buddies that I met at the Grace Academy, he opened a gym by me. James Trelecki, he owns Next Level Martial Arts in Austintown, Ohio. He opened a gym by me, and that's when I started going to him. And I was like, I'm going to do it the proper way. I'm going to start from white belt. Even though I was I did a lot of jiu-jitsu tournaments back then, but I never did the intermediate or the beginner. I always did advanced. Even when my first jiu-jitsu tournament, I always did the advanced division because I felt I had all these years of grappling.
Right.
And I felt like it wasn't fair for me. Even do the intermediate, even in a white belt. I always ask them, look, can I please do the black belt division? They're like, well, you got a white belt on. I go, I don't care. I'll do the black belt division. I don't think it's fair. I've been doing this since 1997. They're like, all right, well, go ahead at your own risk. You know what I mean? So it just
right.
But it's when I got together with him at his gym, I was like, I want to do it the proper way. I want to learn the gi from the beginning. I want to learn correctly how to sweep someone. I want to learn correctly how to hold guard. I want to learn everything from the beginning of jiu-jitsu. I kind of had to rewire my brain of 10 years of not just no gi jiu-jitsu, it was no gi caveman jiu-jitsu kind of. So I kind of had in 2000, I rewired all my jiu-jitsu again.
That's pretty dope.
Now, I saw that you got your first degree recently. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
When did you get your black belt?
I got it. It's almost been 4 years, a little more over 4 years now.
4 years.
4 years plus.
Who was that under again?
It's under Marcelo Montero. They're based out of Indiana. Matsu, my instructor, he's based out under him. He gave it to me, but my black belt's really from my instructor, but it's under him too. They both gave it to me at the same time.
The Montero organization affiliation.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're I think he's originally a black belt under De La Hiva. I think that's where his lineage is from. Yeah, and then Carlson Gracie. Yeah.
Yeah, my first instructor was under Montero too, out in California.
Nice.
Seems like he's been around for a while. Carlson Gracie.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. For sure. Yeah, man. So like, always followed your page, Mr. Jiu-Jitsu. Like, how did that blow up? Like, did you just start a fan page on purpose for that?
Well, I started the page because I travel a lot for work, and the page was originally made so I could find gyms. As you guys know, I travel a lot,
Right.
and I could sniff jiu-jitsu out. It's just I could smell a sweaty mat from a mile away. It doesn't matter. I got this nose for it, and I just pick it up. So I travel a lot for work, as you guys know, and and it's instead of me searching all the time, I was like, I'm gonna start a page, and every gym I go to, I'm gonna take a group picture and post it. So I made the page and I started posting pictures of all the gyms I would go to, and I was like, man, I don't really want to call this page the Michael Mios fan page because, first of all, I think anyone on social media who says they have fans is a douchebag. It's Facebook.
Right.
Like people like, hey, I'm a fan of you. I'm like, you're not a fan of me.
Yeah.
You just
They're not coming
me.
to your concert.
yeah. I'm not fucking Travis Scott. We're not gonna have a fucking Fortnite concert anytime soon.
That was dope.
So I'm just gonna call it something funny. I go, people call me Mr. Jiu. I'll call it. First, I like the first couple of days, there were some funny memes I put on there, and I was like, we'll call it inappropriate jiu-jitsu or something like that. And then I'm like, people aren't gonna really invite me to the gym if it's called inappropriate jiu-jitsu. So I called it Mr. Jiu-Jitsu. And then it was like maybe like a month in, I had the page. I had maybe 20 followers, and somebody stood me up to train, and I posted it on there. And then the next day on the page, like a bunch of people shared what I wrote, and I'm like, that's really weird because it was a direct message to this guy on my page. They're like, man, I feel the same way. I hate when fucking people stand me up. and next thing I know, the page had like
weekend.
and the
Risky.
page the next day had like 200 followers. And then like a month later, I got annoyed with something, and I wrote again. I was like, man, I hate when people do this shit. And then it got shared again. And the next thing I know, it had like 1,000 followers. I'm like, it's really weird. People are gonna post something like it's something it wasn't like what I said wasn't meant for like a lot of people. It was just meant for one person to piss off one person. Right. And then it just started catching on. People are like, man, I hate why would that? I was conversing with people that I would just post my thoughts, and it just people seem to connect with my thoughts, or either people are thinking the same thing I'm writing and they just don't talk about it, or it's got to be something that I'm saying that where people are connecting to. I'm just willing to, I guess, post it or say it. And then then the page just took off from there. And to me, I'm beyond honored because it helps me find guys like you when I'm training to travel. This page it's meant to help me to train when I'm out of town, and now it's helping other people. So it worked out for both of us. So I like it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty dope that you want to explain what you do for work real quick?
So I am a safety director for a construction company, and we have projects between all the way down from like Louisiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, all the way up to New York. We have projects all over, and I have to go to each job site at least a couple times, a month, and they're all over. So what am I going to do? Sit in the hotel for 2 days? No, I want to go train. So it's if this way it makes it. I'm like, hey, I'm going to be in this area from the 13th to the 14th. And now one place I've never been to because the page is so big, I'm like, I'll put in like my storyline. I'm going to be in Miami Beach for 2 days. And I'll get a bunch of messages. Hey, we'll open the gym up, and it's nice because people are willing to open up the gym exclusively for me so I can train. It's very selfish, but it's very cool too because I get my training in and then go back to the hotel, and start working on my paperwork for work and stuff. So it's awesome. So I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely it's helped me a lot. People think I'm helping them, but it's helped me a lot. So
yeah, that's what I always thought was really cool because. It's not like you're traveling for vacation or something, finding a gym to train at. You're at work all day, and what you do always, it seems important. It sounds important. So I'm guessing it's an important job, and you're out doing this all day, and then you still have to find time to like stop in a gym, and how some people are, stopping in a new gym you've never been at too. You don't know if people are headhunting or if they're cool or chill, or you don't know if that guy is even visiting, We always appreciate it.
Yeah. And the thing is, I enjoy the headhunters. I like walking to a gym, and a lot of times I don't announce that I'm coming because I don't want anyone to give me any special. It's not that I want to be just drop in. I don't want anyone to give me special treatment. I want to be treated just like some guy walked in. He just wants to train. I don't want any special treatment. I want everyone to try and rip my fucking head off. That's the truth. I want everyone to go as hard as possible. if I can leave your gym injured, I had a good training session. So.
Yeah, that's actually how we met. You were working in my hometown, and you put it on your page, and I was like, "Hey, man, there's not any gyms around here for an hour and a half, and we're right in town. Your work site, I think, was actually only like a mile from my house. Hey, come hit me up." And we eventually trained for, I don't know, that entire week. I think so.
Yeah, something like that. See, but you see how that works out. I just, I found you like that, and I've done this now with thousands of people with this page. It's awesome, and I've got to know. I get messages from people like, "Hey, man, it was we had such a good time," and it's like this has turned into something that I've never expected ever in my life. It's nothing. It's just I'm lucky. I'm blessed. It's just I'm honored, and I hope I could keep doing this. It's fun. It's fun. I really enjoy it. So.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like when you first came by, like you just have a chill attitude too, man. Like you're super down to earth. You fit in right with us, just talking shit to each other and then
bunch of degenerates that love jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I mean
that's what we are, man. That's what we are.
That's why I always preach, man. I love the jiu-jitsu community. It's it's a lot different than growing up, the early 2000s with the MMA community. It's so different. A lot of people don't see that how it used to be, and this is more of a blessing because MMA days you couldn't do that. You couldn't just jump in someone's gym, without drama or getting beat up.
No, it was pretty. And honestly, God, all the people I trained with in the '90s. Nobody's training anymore. None of those guys, even though this a lot of those guys we talked about from back in the day in the '90s I trained with, none of those guys are training anymore. They're just their bodies are so beat up, and a lot of things their ego didn't let them go the next. Thank God I realized it and I stopped my ego and I was like, hey, MMA days are over. It's time to go get humbled by a white belt that's been doing jiu-jitsu for 5-6 years. Time to go get humbled and learn this game from the beginning again. And a lot of these guys, they can't go from like being up here to come, like if you were fighting back in the day in UFC days or the old, full contact fighter days, or like I fought in so many different events back then. A lot of these guys are just, they want to live on their, on their old trophies. And they're like, nah, I used to do that too. But, just, and that's why a lot of these guys don't train. If these guys would have just taken a step back and be like, you know what, the MMA days are over. Let's give something a little better for our bodies now. Jiu-jitsu, you can't keep up the MMA mentality. It's definitely a young man's game. It's not something you're going to do until you're older. So jiu-jitsu is the next evolution of what you could do with your body as a combat sport to stay healthy, to stay in a physical good shape. And unfortunately, a lot of the guys from the 90s, they washed out. They didn't want to do that. So
and it would have helped them a lot mentally too, because they were fighting for a reason. You get that itch, that I don't know, that thing that's deep down inside of you that needs to be pushed, sweat. You need some diversity inside. And I think when they get done, I think jiu-jitsu would save them, would help them out so much.
I think so too. And like I said, it's the ego. It's the ego, man. It's when you used to be up here and you were real big in the 90s, and now you walk into the gym and people are like, I don't even know who you are. It's a blow to them, and they're like, I'm not going to start training all over again. And just ego's a motherfucker.
It is, dude. It can be. It's a bitch, man. So, how old are you now?
Right now, I'm 47. I'm going to be 48 in November.
47.
Ugh.
I'm getting up there, Ethan. I'm getting up there.
Older than I thought.
I know, man. I'm old.
Weren't you just like last year trying to get on Fight to Win?
Who, me?
Did you have a match? Yeah.
No, my last match of Fight to Win was almost 3 years ago.
3 years ago?
Oh, well, maybe 4 years ago. It was 4 years ago, yeah. And I actually lost that match. And honest to God, after that match, I was like, you know what? This might be it for me. I kind of said, this might be it for me. It's, if I compete again, I definitely have to take it a lot more serious. It's just, if I'm going to compete again, I probably might never compete again, but if I do compete again, I need to do like a real training camp, watch my weight, do everything, let the injuries heal out a little bit and do like, show what my jiu-jitsu really could do. I did a lot of competitions maybe before that, I did a bunch, and they were just like, people call me up. I was like, all right, I'm down. You want to go? Let's go.
Right.
You know, I didn't really do like a training camp. And I've always regretted that I never got to show my real jiu-jitsu, you know, because I know if I train properly, I believe my jiu-jitsu is not up there with top level people, but I can hang with decent black belts, you know. I just never really, you know, especially traveling with work and children, it's tough, you know. And a lot of times I competed and it wasn't I felt like it wasn't the real me out there, you know.
And that's a lot of years. You have a lot of years on the mat.
Yeah, I got a lot of mile injuries on me too.
A lot of miles,
Yeah.
But you did get in really good shape like last year, right?
These last couple of years, I've been in a lot better shape. I've been watching my diet. I cut out a lot of processed foods. I did it's not really a keto diet. It's kind of I do a lot of intermittent fasting. Mm-hmm. So I have gotten a lot better shape. But now the thing is, my kids are so involved with sports that takes up another part of my time. Now my kids are older. So it's like I'm in a lot better shape now, and now I'm doing a lot with my kids because I coach youth wrestling for my children, and they do a lot of competitions, and I still got to keep my training and still work. So it's like, but if someone does present me with a good super fight, I'll probably do it. You know, if I can find the proper time to train, I'll definitely. I'll throw it down one more time.
That's dope, man. But that's still like even competing, you know, 3-4 years ago. You know, you've been doing it for so long. You don't see that often either. People, even in jiu-jitsu, have been doing jiu-jitsu that long and competing still.
Yeah, it's I've always liked competing. I've always like I said, 3 weeks after watching UFC, I I went and got in my first cage fight, and even in high school, I remember that I signed up twice for a Golden Gloves boxing thing without any boxing, and I went in there and I signed up. So I've done a bunch of. I've always liked competing ever since I was little. I played football since I was little. I've always liked competition. Right. So it's just something in my head. I've always liked competition, and I'm short, so I got that short guy's mentality, and I feel like I always got to prove myself and fight. And now I have it at old age. Somebody walks in the gym, like someone young will come in. I'm like, all right, let's roll. Let's see what's up. And it's
you got that old guy mentality.
Yeah. Sometimes now at my old age it backfires, but it's still in there. I still like to compete.
Then you remember the herniated disc. You're like, oh fuck, you know.
Oh, my back's so shot. It's you see me in the morning, it's disgusting. Yeah, it's not. You don't want to see me in the morning. It looks ugly.
This time off has been nice because like all the injuries are finally starting to heal up, and you can actually wake up in the morning without any creaks and pops and nothing.
Well, I have a confession in this time off. I have been training.
What?
Now, well, hold on. Before all the Karens and the Kyles come after me.
Yeah, I ain't saying nothing.
So I made a deal with a gentleman from my gym. I won't say his name. And we promised we would only train with each other. Mm. And we would be accountable to who we train with, who we met up with. And if there was anything where we felt we put ourselves at risk with other people, we would stop training. And we've been pretty good with our social distancing, and only me and him have been training. And I don't know if you ever roll with the same person for more than 40 days. It's almost like a married couple. Adam would know about this. And you start getting on each other's nerves.
You bickering.
We're getting right there. We're like, we know each other's game so well. It's just and I've been rolling with the same person for it's like 42 days now.
Oh my God.
And we are we can't wait till the day we can roll with someone else. But we made a promise to each other that we would only train with each other, and that's it. And he lives by himself. I know who I'm with. We keep tabs on each other. And we said if there was ever a chance that we ever had to be exposed to other people, we would just stop training. And so far it's been good. So
yeah, there's
I have been training.
There's 40 of us that made that promise too.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, I have no problem if people make a promise to each other. I have no problem with people training. And I honest to God, I know a lot of people are gonna come down on me for this. I think it's a shame what's happened to people like you, like gym owners, like you, because you can't tell me that Walmart, Target, these places are packed with people.
Yeah.
Those places are okay. And now look, I would be okay if these places only sold food, but they're not selling just food. Mm-hmm. People are going to Walmart and they're buying toys,
clothes,
they're buying to their kids, they're buying others. People are going to Lowe's and they're doing other stuff for the house. I still see people
buying pods at Lowe's. Danielle.
Yeah, I still people go to the gas station and they're buying packs of cigarettes. You know,
Right.
cigarettes aren't essential. Get the fuck out of here. That's bullshit. So I'm not okay with this whole shutting everything down. If they were going to do it the right way, I would have been okay with it. I was like, if Walmart had everything taped off and you could only get the basics, water, milk, bread, formula for your children, I understand that. The pharmacy should be open. You know, I'm 100% cool with that. But as soon as you leave Target open or Walmart open and you can go buy a million other things that aren't essential, it's not fair. It's not fair to you, Adam. It's not fair to business owners. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Either shut it all down. We'll all starve together, or open it all back up. You can't leave a couple stores open. You can't leave these multi-billion-dollar stores open. And gyms like you, I know my buddy has a CrossFit gym. He's struggling to get finance. All these small, my buddy's got a mechanic place. All these places are shut down.
Right.
But Walmart can't be open. Target can't be open. The gas station down the street is packed, and people are buying packs of cigarettes. But we can't train to be healthy. You know, it's bullshit. I'm sorry, it is. You got to either shut it all down or open it all back up. You can't have half and half. It's not fair.
That's my argument. It's Walmart or Lowe's, it's packed shoulder to shoulder today. I looked in the parking lot. I made a video because it was just crazy. And I'm not hating. That's fine. Just let everything else be open. And jiu-jitsu gyms, fitness gyms, CrossFit, that's people's choice. That's not something you have to go do. So if you don't want to go do it, you don't feel comfortable, don't go. But I think most people in the jiu-jitsu community, they're ready.
And things we can make a plan, just like the government has their phases. Jiu-jitsu can have phases too. MMA gyms can have phases too. CrossFit. So think about Monday, you could have the essential workers come in and train.
Right.
Tuesday, have the non-essential workers come in. Thursday, have the people with underlying diseases or who are at risk for this, have them train, have different instructors. If we made a plan, we could do just like the government does it. We can have a return to jiu-jitsu phase by phase plan. All essential workers train on Monday. We clean the gym out Tuesday. The people who've been staying at home, the shelter in place, they train together. Wednesday, the people who have severe health issues, have them train. There's plenty of instructors. Yeah. There's ways we can slowly do it. And then this way, you guys can get some money put back in your pocket. And we could show that we know what we're doing, not Neanderthals. We just like the government, just like these big corporations have their phases, how they're going to work with COVID-19. Mm-hmm. We have the jiu-jitsu COVID-19 return to training, So.
Yeah, that's exactly that's my point. To be saying this is essential, this is not, and the government don't know anything about jiu-jitsu gyms. So I don't think people saying, oh, we should speak up. I'm just flying under the radar. As soon as they say gyms are allowed to open up, then I'm good.
Right up. Everybody at our gym's going.
I think everyone's doing that. I think a lot of people are doing that regardless, and they're just let them come for us. Let them come for us. Mm-hmm. And I can't blame these people. And like I said, there's two people I can't blame. If COVID-19's affected your life, I don't blame you for being mad at people who are training. And if COVID-19 has affected your life where you can't make money, I can't be mad at you for going over the rules in training. It's like saying, what's better to have, cancer or a heart attack? They both fucking suck. Yeah. A lot of people are going to lose friendships over this. There's going to be a lot of animosity. There's going to be a lot of unfollowing. Right. But some people are going to have to do what they have to do. If you feel you're at risk, stay at home. If you feel like you're going to lose your business and your children are going to starve, open up. Right. It's survival. Either way, it's survival. It sucks, but it's survival.
Sweden had a very good response to it. They never shut down at all. So they pretty much just put everybody that was possibly at risk, old people, people with compromised immune systems at home. They're like, hey, stay at home if you want to, but we're just going to go about as is.
Oh, we lost them.
All this
bye, Ethan.
Shit go down. Yeah, I don't know what just happened.
The government heard what you said about Sweden.
Government
Your FBI agent is like, hold up, mute that real quick. Hold up.
Andy Bashir, you are a good man.
It's the 1 million followers we have, bro. You gotta be careful.
Be careful, man.
Bunch of
that's what I was telling some friends of mine. I was like, man, when you go to Kroger, it's like people are so happy to run into friends that they haven't seen. And they're just sitting there chatting away, talking about family, shopping for clothes. I was like, if they just did it back in the day, like when I grew up and you were on welfare, food stamps, you actually had a real food stamp. And it said this was good for cheese, this was good for milk, this was good for, cereals.
Do it again.
Like that's what they would need to do.
Okay.
Because you have people in it, or just let it, like you said, open it up. I don't care. Open it up. I'll take the risk, man.
But see, it's not that. The thing is, it's not just open it up. Open it up with a plan. Like I said, have phases. Have your essential workers day training. Like if you show people, look, we know what we're doing. We can do it safely. And this way, you get. I think if all the jiu-jitsu people come together, look, like even posted on look, we're opening up in phases. Mondays, the essential workers days.
Right.
If you've been sheltering in place, you guys come train Tuesday. You'll train with so and so. If you have underlying health issues, you guys will train here. You guys cannot intermingle. It's doable. I think it's doable. And I think if we do that, that might get every gym a chance to maybe they'll the locals will see like, you know what, it's not that bad anymore. Look, they're doing it the right way. They're not just all training with each other.
Right.
But I think if you guys make a plan and you show it to people, there's a good plan of how you're going to reopen again and keep people safe. I say go for it.
Mm-hmm. Like it hasn't hit us hard at all. Georgetown, you've been out here to Georgetown. It's small and stuff. So we don't have, I think we had maybe 4 deaths, 80 plus years, sure they had problems already. But yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. You see, Emily said, or at least allow us to do privates throughout the day. Yeah, I mean, same thing with privates. The way Mike was saying, have it zoned out. I think that'd be fine.
Mm-hmm. I mean, chiropractors are open right now. That person has to touch you. Chiropractors, those are all considered essential. So those people are touching you. So it's I'm telling you, it's bullshit. Either you shut it all down and you just leave food open, or it's unfair. They're not. I would have been cool with martial law. Fuck it. They see you out trying to tase your ass.
If you're gonna do it right.
And then you'll see. And if they do it like that, the government will open up on its own. They're like, oh no, this is a little too real, Because don't forget, people are using a lot of this for political gain too. You have both. You have Republicans and Democrats who are both using this for their own political pawns. So if they did it the real way, if they really look, we catch you outside and you're not buying cheese, you're gonna get tased at aisle 4 at Walmart.
Yeah.
So shit would change real quick.
Puerto Rico, I think, or some island in the Caribbean's doing. Have you seen those videos where the cops are just like clubbing?
I love it. I wish they would. I would do that in a heartbeat. I'd walk around with a belt and I would whip people all day. As soon as you grab a pack of cigarettes, I'd slap it out of your hand.
Yeah, man. It is crazy, man. And that's the thing, like, the media gets you all pumped and scared about this. And when you start kind of seeing both sides, like, man, what political statement's this making? What's the government statement with this? You see more than other people are seeing. And if you have a business, you're really open to everything. Like, I don't want anyone to get sick. But jiu-jitsu gyms, we don't train when we're sick. We don't go in if we're, coughing on somebody. You don't go in if you have, funk on you. Like, we're a different kind of breed also, and a lot of people, you can't explain that to people that don't know jiu-jitsu, that don't train, but the majority of my crew and the people that we're surrounded by, they're all over this. They're like, let's open up, let's train, because if you go to Kroger, and that worker's been there from 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. I mean, how many people has she touched? How much money has she handed back to somebody? How many cards did she have to swipe because the swiper didn't work? How many groceries?
And now that, where are they taking that to? What if their whole family's sheltering in place? I'm an essential worker. I'm all over these states every day, and I come home and my family's been sheltered in place. Who knows what I've exposed them to? And I got my mask on when I'm out. I got my gloves on. All these meetings I go to out of town now, we're all like 6 feet apart. I go to the job site. Even our workers, everyone stays away from each other. But it's out there. And what do you think about the antibody test that they're doing? Which I have a bad feeling.
Did you see Tom DeBlas's post about it?
No, I didn't.
So he tested positive for it. So he had it, he says. And he says when he got back from Worlds, he was sicker than a dog in December for about 2 weeks and then got over it. And so he just took that test a couple of days ago. It's like $160, $180 you could
something like
get
that.
one done. And so he made a post saying like, hey man, I had this. I knew I did. And I got over it, whatever. And a couple other people started chiming in like, yeah, I was at Worlds too. And I got it. I was there at Worlds too. Luckily I didn't get nothing, but
I was sick in January. Some of this stuff. And like it was like the second week after New Year's, I felt a little, I had headaches real bad. I had a real bad cold, a little bit of cough. And then it lasted maybe, it was about 10, maybe 2 weeks, And I always think maybe it was that, just, but if I have a feeling, it's not a good feeling. I think that maybe that antibody test, they might make it a requirement if you have a gym, if you're going to be within close proximity to someone else. So don't be shocked if it happens one day, like if you come to the gym, you have to have a certificate. You took the antibody test. I'm telling you, man, it might come. It might come to that.
That's when I moved my gym to my buddy's farm, and we all live there.
I know.
We have a plan, bro. We do have a
plan. Out in the middle of nowhere, out in the mountains, nobody gets to it.
That's good.
Yeah.
The truth is, I think that within a couple weeks and a month, it's not going to matter. Everyone's going to go back to training, and no one's going to give a shit what anyone says. They're just going to do it because it's either starve, shut your business down, or or it's you have no choice but to break the law. This isn't one of those things where you can be like, I understand, stay home, stay safe, but you're not going to have a home to stay safe in anymore when they shut your electricity off.
Yeah,
stay home in the dark, stay home hungry.
Yeah,
that's what my people.
That's not for me.
Lost their jobs, because of all this, and they're the ones that protested and whatnot. They're the ones getting fucked over with this. So you're going to see 45% of the population saying, "Oh, hold on. All you people that are saying, well, what are you freaking out about? Stay at home." Like, I can't stay at home. I'm getting evicted. I'm foreclosing. What the fuck? What are you talking about? I can't stay at home. It's not viable anymore.
Yeah. And let's be honest. A lot of lazy people are milking this too. A lot of lazy people. This is like paradise. And people get pissed when I call them lazy, but this is paradise for them. This is what they've been waiting for. People are making more money now in unemployment than they did at work. Usually the same people that stay at home. These are the same people you see that quit jiu-jitsu at blue belt. These are the same people that can't stick with their diets. Same people that jump job to job. They're always bitching about their bosses. These are the same people that are loving this stay at home, stay safe movement. I understand there's some people who are legit. Like I said, I know people who died from COVID. I know people who commit suicide because of COVID because they lost their business. So I understand both sides.
Yeah.
And there are some people who legitimately who are affected by it, and I feel for them. And I would never put you at risk. If I felt you had an underlying risk, I just won't train with you anymore. I'm going to do my duty. You know what I mean? But I know there's those people that are milking this right now, and they're fucking loving this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm calling them out on it because I know they're loving this right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very true. And there's also, I've been paying attention to some bigger companies, but not, multi-million-dollar companies. And they received the grant, the $10,000 grant. And now they're asking like, okay, so if I pay my employees with this grant, can they still collect unemployment, or do they have to stop collecting unemployment, each time they get this payment? And so no one knows what to do there. Yeah. So then there's companies that are not sure. And then there's some people that are like, we don't want that grant money. We want to still collect unemployment. Like, leave us, the worker, the workers are like, no, to the owners, like, we don't want it. We're going to collect the unemployment. And the workers like, I have to give this to you because, the owners will get in trouble if they don't give it out. So it's pretty messed up, man. I didn't file for anything. Like, I still haven't even got a stimulus check yet. But
I hear a lot of gyms like you. Everyone's getting fucked over. It's everyone's been promised all this money, and it seems like all these big corporations are getting the money first.
One of our buddies out here in Cincinnati applied for it as soon as he heard about it, and he got denied.
Yeah. So you can't be mad at people like you. If you guys open up again, nobody can be mad at you guys. I mean, people are seeing, and the thing is, everyone did their due diligence. They took a month off. They took 2 months off, whatever, But we're at, we did what we could. This is what it is. Like I said, make a plan. Make a plan. Like I said, everybody can make a plan. We can make, just like the government can come up with a plan. The government's not that smart. They might think they're smart. They might look smart because they're all dressed up in ties. We can do the same shit. We can come up with a plan like, look, essential guys train now. Other guys train here. People who are at risk are going to train now. We can do it too. Anybody can do it too. We just got to put our heads together. We can do it.
Yeah. Like I said, dude, if we have a plan and if worst came to worst, I mean, we'd have private property and a private group of people, and that's it. Like,
or have people sign a waiver. There it is.
That's it.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, I've been poor and I've been a thug before. Like, I don't want to have to do that again.
but you're being forced. But you're being forced there.
I work too hard.
You're being forced to go back to your old ways.
Yeah.
Like it sucks. You don't have a choice. So the best thing is come up with a plan. And if anything comes back, look, I made a plan. This is what it is. Like I said, I think in a few weeks, it's going to be a snowball effect. They're not going to be able to stop it, and everyone's going to be trained again. Everything's going to go back the way it was. And,
Prohibition Jiu-Jitsu.
There might be a spike in cases again, but I don't think you can stop it any longer. It's like I said, it sucks. If you suffer from COVID-19 or you have someone that's been affected by it, you're going to have a lot of anger issues with people training. And if you lost your job or about to lose your house, you're going to be angry with the people who are with the stay-at-home movement. Like I said, pick between cancer and a heart attack.
Yeah.
They
stopped my gym, but they didn't stop my payments. I still got to pay everything. I still got mortgage. I still got gym rent. I'm still got my house loan, my car loans. Ain't nobody giving me any forgiveness.
Like I said, unless they did martial law and they stopped all the payments,
everything.
Unless they have to you do it one way or the other. Doing it half and half. It's just not fair. Like I'm down with if they said right now, guess what? You can only get milk and cheese and bread and gas and go. Those all you could do. And if you're seen outside your house, you might get shot. I'm cool with it if that's what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
But if Karen can go to the Walmart and load up on fucking Fritos and a fucking
Monsters,
box of Marlboro cigarettes and a fucking band energy drink, I'm not cool with it. It's not fair. It's just not fair. It's bullshit.
Yeah. Right. Don't call the cops on these guys who are trying to maintain their gyms and trying to make sure they're not leaking, getting torn up, any rats or nothing, or they're trying to conduct business online. Just happens to be from their brick and mortar storefront, and you're calling the cops on them.
Right. Do you know Rolando Haddad?
No, I'm really bad with names too.
Okay, so he owns a big gym called Core in Louisville.
Oh, okay. Is that where who trains out of the gym?
Brent Weedman's there. Nathan Haddad. His sons they compete at a lot of high level IBJJF.
That's not Seneca, is it?
Yes.
Yeah,
okay, I knew it was Seneca. Yeah, I think I trained with the young kid before.
Yeah, Nathan.
Yeah, I
really
trained
good.
with Seneca a few times. Yeah, with the young kid. The young kid's a beast.
Yeah. But anyway, so they've been going in, like, the sons, they all coach and the dad coaches. So they've been going in and they've been filming for their online classes. And I guess somebody snitched on them and they were confronted out front of their business with a letter saying that they're not allowed to be in there and it didn't matter and all this stuff, man. And it's like, it's unbelievable. Like,
there's that, and also they had a drop box out in front of their location for medical supplies. So anybody that had any spare medical supplies, they would collect it at their facility and take it to the local hospital who actually need it. Mm-hmm. And so there was like more than 3 cars there a day, and somebody snitched on them.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. The government,
I tell you, that snitching shit's only going to get worse because now it's encouraged. We've encouraged we encourage lazy snitching. We're encouraging people to be lazy. Like I said, we have 2 pandemics currently in America. We have the COVID-19, which is serious, but we have propaganda laziness, which is being promoted nonstop. People don't see it.
It's getting worse by the day.
People are like, no, it's good to be lazy. It's good to have someone else pay for your shit. We're promoting this laziness, and I'm telling you, man, it's going to backfire. this shit's gonna backfire. It's not good.
Short-sighted. It's very short-sighted.
Big time.
Yeah. Dude. Yeah, like people are getting comfortable. It's like it's so weird. Like that's the last thing that me and all our crew, our gym family, everything, like every day we're chatting with each other like, dude, this can't keep going. Like this is gonna have to end. Like what if people are tired of this? Like this is how me and my household make a living right now. I'm fortunate that I have a good crew and a majority of them are still paying. So I can keep the doors open to the gym, I keep some money coming, but don't get me wrong.
How long is it gonna last?
Exactly.
Where is that person paying you to get their money from? It's a chain effect. It's a chain effect.
I charge Ethan double. He don't even know it. They just take it out of his account.
I'm about to take up for extra people.
And here's the thing is that the way, if you look at the phases, the second phase has gyms opening up with social distancing. Well, you can't do combat sports and social distance. So if they're going to allow the NFL to happen and people are tackling each other, every gym better be opened up that day.
Right.
If you can allow these multimillionaires, to hit each other, you damn well let everybody else roll.
Yeah.
Or spar, whatever it is. Judo, MMA, whatever it is, boxing. You can't let these guys tackle each other, and you're not going to let us train.
Yeah.
Everyone better be training.
That's the truth, man. And who knows what they're going to do, though.
Oh, the NFL's happening. The NFL is not going to stop. I guarantee you it's going to happen.
It's too much money to be made.
Too much money. Yeah. It'll be essential because it relieves the couch potatoes to watch something on Sunday and bitch at.
Right.
That's what it is.
To keep their cable.
Yeah, so they have someone to yell at.
I like how Chael has not stopped a single thing this entire time. Been going on with this entire show.
Sonnen? Yeah.
Chael Sonnen, yeah. Just been running it in it looks like his garage is what it looks like. But fuck, every single week he's been having a show. Guy's been doing perfectly fine. Nobody's gotten hurt except for Vinny. Nobody's gotten sick.
Yeah, I saw that video this morning on I saw it on Facebook, and I was like, I didn't even know there was a match yesterday until Adam told me. I'm so out of the loop. And then I saw it, and I was like, and Vinny doesn't like to tap, and I was looking at that, and his heel was pointed at his knee, and I was like, good Lord.
That's gross. Yeah.
He's in some pain for the next couple months, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's going to hurt. That's going to leave a mark for sure.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I don't know. The only person I know personally close to somebody that I know is Ethan and Danielle. Her brother, that girl back there, her brother got COVID. What, a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
He was out for like 2 weeks. But how old is he? Like 20?
Yeah, he's
19.
He just turned 20.
Yeah, so he's a young buck. And he was fine. He was down for a second, but right.
Yeah, I mean he's still sick, but
now he has esophagitis.
It's just not bad. He's sick, but not deathly ill.
Right.
I don't like that sick part. You didn't make it sound that much better.
Like a bad cold.
You're like
or
he's
flu.
sick, but not deathly.
He's like, quit being a pussy.
Like a cold or a flu, Like when you get a really bad cold, you're not like think you're about to die. You're just got no energy. You got a bad headache. You're sweating.
Like the flu, basically.
Yeah.
Like a bad flu, yeah.
Like the flu, but he's 20 years old, so he gets over it in a couple of days,
Yeah. Now my old ass doesn't want to get it. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like, dude, I might want to be better chance getting it now than 10 years.
I mean, if I get it, I get it. I honestly, God, I'd rather get it now. Hopefully, I'll fight through it. I get the antibodies, and I'm clear. Or
yeah.
Fuck, it sucks, man. It sucks. It's like I said, it's a shitty situation.
Yeah, I think my wife had it in February. She's never sick, and she had a fever for like 2 weeks on and off, and a bad cough. And she's a teacher, so she had to get excused. She has to go to the doctors to get a note. So each week she went to the doctors. They tested for flu, tested for strep. Nothing. They say you have a fever, but we'll fight it.
Mhm.
That's it. No meds.
It was
No
probably
nothing.
that, yeah.
No meds or nothing. The next week she had to go back for another another note. Same thing.
Mhm.
They're like, oh, it's something we probably haven't seen, but
Yeah.
your body will fight it. So
Yeah,
she's
Danielle
suffering.
actually mentioned that this afternoon. A girl that trains with us, works in the medical field, and she was sick, really sick for like 2 weeks. Probably when was that? January?
Yeah, I don't know.
Into January, something like that.
Right.
Really sick for a couple weeks. And they didn't know what it was. Just said she had a really bad chest cold. And they're just like, don't go to work, don't go train, just sit down. You ain't got nothing that we can really identify.
I think a lot of people had it, man. I do. And,
That's why I want to take that antibody test just to see if I've had it before. I just
Mhm.
want to. I really don't care about this. Like, even if I did get sick, I don't care about the test. I just want to know if I had it. Like, let me know if I did have it in January. If I'm asymptomatic, I just want to know. I think if those tests become more readily available, I think maybe that'll start loosening shit up too. So
my wife wants to get it done, but I'm like, babe, don't put yourself in the government system with it.
But I'm willing to do it. Like I said, if there's a vaccine, I'll take it too. I don't care. I'll do whatever it takes to train. I don't care if they said you got to drink Bill Gates' blood. I'll drink that shit. I don't care. I'll fucking.
We all already.
I'll snort lines of Bill Gates' blood on a 5G tower. I'll do whatever it takes to get back to training. I don't care. I just want to train. I just want to train, baby.
We probably all already done that, bro.
Then you'll get the extra strong Rona if you do that.
That's what I'm saying. So I'll do whatever it takes to train. I don't care.
How come you're not
Shoot me
drinking
with
any
whatever
bourbon?
you want. I don't care.
Mike,
Let me go back to training.
Mike, how come you're not drinking any bourbon, bro?
Because I got to be up early. I'd be drinking bourbon with you guys. If I didn't have to get up so early,
I saw that bottle you had when you were barbecuing the other day.
I do like bourbon. I like cigars too. I think a lot of people are shocked that I smoke cigars. I do like to smoke cigars.
I've seen it on your Facebook.
Yeah, I've liked cigars for years. It's something I've always enjoyed. Now, I don't inhale anything. I just take like little puffs. I enjoy it. I've always enjoyed cigars. I've always enjoyed bourbon.
Yeah.
I enjoy whiskey. I enjoy vodka. I enjoy alcohol.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm not getting tore up, like I used to back in my day, but I do enjoy it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I saw you barbecuing the other weekend.
And I love barbecuing.
It looked good, dude.
I love meat, man. I love meat.
Yeah.
I'm meat obsessed.
When this is all over, dude, we'll come out your way and cross train and
For sure, man. I would love to have you guys. If you guys come here crash at my house, I would love it. That'd be awesome.
Get some of that Greek barbecue, some of that whole
some of that lamb.
Yeah,
that's what he had. He had a
some
lamb.
Octopus. You want some of my octopus? I got octopus here. I got lamb. I got whatever you need. If we ever get shut down, I got so much meat at my house and seafood. You guys, we're good for a few years here. I got Max here. You guys just come here and crash with me.
There you go. I'll bring little man too. You got
for sure. Bring it. They could trade with my son.
Yeah. How's that going? How are the boys? Are they training?
I got them training with each other. So my one son, he's about to be 10, and my other one is 7. And my other he's short like me, and the other one's bigger, and they go at it hard. And it's just, I got to be careful because the other one's bigger than him. And if the little one starts getting at him a little bit, they just, I got to be right there. Because the older one doesn't want to be seen losing to his little brother, and it just.
How old were they again?
10 and 7. 10 and 7. The older one's about to be 10 and 7. So, and they both been wrestling for about 4 years now. They both do jiu-jitsu, right. So it's I can't really leave them alone when they're training because they're.
You got to supervise.
The older one will fuck them up. The other one might kill them. So I gotta be there. I gotta be right up there. But they're with me. We train. I got mats down here in the basement. We lift together. I got grappling dummies down here. They drill. So
yeah, that's
whatever we can do.
We've been training here at the house too.
Just at the house.
Yeah.
Well,
like I said, I was honest. I have a guy I've been training with. It's there was no chance I wasn't going to train. I was going to find a way. That's how my brain is. I was going to find a way. So I set this up. I saw what was happening. So I go, look, I got a family at home. I can't be training with anyone anymore. So if we're willing to make this promise to each other that I know who you're going to be with, you know who I'm going to be with.
Yeah.
If anything changes, let's be honest with each other. Like if I said if I got a couple meetings coming up, if I'm too exposed, I'm going to tell him straight up.
Right.
You know, it's just what it is. But I'm like rolling with the same person for like 40 some days.
It's old.
It gets old
Hey,
real
bro.
quick. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy it. I'm glad, but it gets.
Hey, I lived through the stage where they try to scare us to death with AIDS, and you're about to get it with a girl, and you're like, hey, you never slept with anyone with AIDS, right? And they're like, no. Yeah, me neither. No.
That worked real well for us in the 90s, man. It was, the next day, you're like, you're thinking, you're like, man.
I swear, right? It make you sweat that night. But that's what
it made you sweat years later too. Years later, made you sweat too. You start thinking about shit. You're like,
I don't know, man. Like,
that's a different podcast.
Yeah, that's for my family channel.
Yeah, that's a different podcast.
But it's true though. You know what I mean? Like, man, it's in the beginning you're like, oh, paying attention to everything, and then towards the end you're kind of over it now. Like, especially when you see everybody at the Walmart, everybody at Kroger, everyone at Lowe's, Home Depot.
Yeah, it's like, bullshit. It's bullshit.
And these guys are hovering over each other, and half the people aren't even wearing their mask the right way if they're wearing one. It's like, dude, I'd rather take my chance with my closest buddies and train.
Oh yeah, no, you used to have these people. They can't handle the masks. They're so out of shape. They're going. And I saw it at Sam's Club. People were literally ripping their masks down. I'm like,
I saw them
fucking pass out, breathing the hot air in.
They were pulling their mask out the top. Oh yeah, hey, how's it go?
Yeah.
Hey, how's it go? It's like,
it's like I said, either you shut it all down, let us all fucking starve to death, and then we'll manage it. Like you can't do one or the other. You can't. You can either you make it where it's essentials. Essential means water, bread, milk. Yeah.
Go back to the old food stamps.
Go back to food stamps.
You get oatmeal, milk, cheese.
I mean, people. I don't know. It's just, and I don't have a small business like you. Like, if anyone should be angry, it should be you. And I'm pushing for you guys. I'm like, man, this is bullshit. It's like, do it one way or the other. You can't do half-ass. You can't. This is why this divide's happening in our country, because they half-assed it.
Right. Yeah, like I see the people. I have. I feel for both sides. The people that are losing people to it, and the people that are losing to it. Like, it's the same thing. You're gonna die from COVID or die because of COVID effect. And out here, like Georgetown, we don't see a lot of this stuff. But I talked to my friends in California, and one of them, he's a safety inspector for Amtrak, and he said the suicide rate of people just jumping into the trains off the tracks it's always high out there. He said, but it's outrageous. Like, they won't even report it. The news won't even pick it up.
Yeah, it's a shame. Shit. My buddy was showing me a website at the office today, and he said so far in this year, 1.2 million children have died so far this year in America. Just from all different kinds of stuff. But it's just so far 1.2 million children have died. That's insane. That's insane. We're not touching COVID numbers. We're not touching. This is like, and then he's like, and like 840,000 people have died from this so far. It's just, I forgot what this website's called. I got to find it, but it updates every minute statistics like that. Right. It's just, and COVID's still like, we're not even like scratching the surface with the effect compared to like other stuff like heart disease, car accidents,
just on average,
being electrocuted. It's just crazy stuff. I was like, oh my God, this is insane.
People are like, oh man, like so they're averaging 200 deaths a day, and it's like, if you look back, like, for the last 10 years, they've always averaged 200 deaths a day. Yeah. Like, it's not new. We're just reporting it. New. If they reported every person that dies, throughout the day, the news, we'd all be scared all the time. It'd be like, oh shit, like fucking, oh so that's how many people died today. Like, that's every day.
Yeah, that's probably normal.
And this is gonna happen again. when this does resurface, they say it might resurface in the fall.
Yeah.
We're gonna go through the shit all over again, and it's just
Mhm.
it's gonna happen again. And like I said,
Right.
a lot of lazy people are loving this right now. A
Right.
lot of lazy people are disguising this as stay home, stay safe. But I see right through that shit. You know, I know the ones who are legit stay home, stay safe, and
Yeah.
I'm 100% with them. But I can see those lazy ones too. I know who they are.
Yeah. And big businesses, they're getting the bailouts. And then the next thing you're going to see is once they get the bailouts, they get this money, then they're going to go bankrupt, and then they're going to start over again. Like it's going to be a cycle, like for all these big companies to keep making money.
Oh yeah, it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna get crazy here. I think the next couple months, especially when people decide that they're gonna start opening up their gyms up, people are gonna start drawing lines, and it's gonna be a lot of. You're gonna have a lot of enemies. There's gonna be a lot of Karens and Kyles after you. A lot of people are gonna come up with their opinions. There's gonna be a lot of these medical doctors from Facebook are gonna be coming up with their opinions, and you're putting us at risk, and it's gonna get ugly, unfortunately.
Exactly, dude. It's going to be
in New York per year average around 800,000. And we're only looking at, I know only, but we're looking at 22,623 as of today with no new cases, no new deaths by COVID-19. So that's however much percentage of it.
Yeah.
It's always happening. I mean, it's something that.
Yeah. But then some news article is going to come out tomorrow and be like, oh, the cases have gotten even worse. It's just everyone's going to spin it to what they need to spin it to, what's going to be in their benefit, be it political, be it for how they want to work, how they want to. Everyone's going to spin it how they're going to spin it.
Anything that's convenient.
So, yeah, that's how it's going to be from now on. So
man breaks neck, dies of COVID-19.
There it is. And I guarantee, like they said, there's been a lot of COVID-19 deaths that it's just the guy had it and he died in a car accident, or he was going to die that day anyways from a heart attack, or he was 9 years old and he had 2 days to live anyways, but he had COVID-19. Put it in the stats,
Exactly. Yeah, it gets to the point where you're like, man, what do you trust, and then you just start trusting your, I trust what I'm hearing from friends and stuff, like if I knew a few people that I train with, they're suffering at home with it, I'd probably maybe take it more serious, But I don't know anybody. I don't know any jiu-jitsu people in Kentucky that had it or have it, or they might have had it a long time ago. No one knows, But we're, I feel like Kentucky's small to me, like compared to my friends in California and Vegas. Everything seems so small out here for me, so it's easier for me to say that, But it's also like I feel like, we need some people getting it. We need to have this out here. And that's what I was telling my wife.
Like I said, the people who have had it have been affected by it.
Yeah,
it's gonna be, and I understand them 100%. I support them too.
Right.
They're gonna be calling anyone who trains after that assholes. Insensitive. They'll basically call you a criminal. They'll call you a criminal if you train, and I don't blame them if they've lost someone, or if they feel their lives at risk. Like I said,
right.
It sucks. It's gonna suck.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's hard, man. Like a business side, like I see it like, man, like my business is suffering. Don't get me wrong, I'm out money. But I see other businesses, like we're a small little town, so I see like the main street, all the antique shops, all the shops, they're closed, and a lot of those shops are owned by older people that don't know how to do it. Like, hey, shop online, I'll ship it out, I'll deliver. So they're suffering, I see that, we have our own hometown movie theater, it's locally owned, dude, how are they going to come out of this? Like, they're not making millions of dollars, they get by.
And now you have people who are paranoid, who they're not going to want to go to the movie theater anymore.
Right.
They're like, some people they're gonna be so, they're like, honestly, I don't know if I want to go to a movie theater anymore. It's just like, do I really want to take my kids to the movie theater as soon as this all opens up, or do I want to wait a while, a good time to see that it's all cleared up? It doesn't even affect children. It's just I really don't want to put my children at risk. Even me personally, I'm like, it's just.
It makes you think, dude. It
makes you think, man. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It makes you think, man. It does. You don't know, how scary it could be until like.
I love science. I hope science comes up with something. I think we got some brilliant scientists out there. I'm a big science fan. I've always loved science since I was a little kid. So hopefully there's something good comes out of it. Like I said, if there's a vaccine, I'll be the first one to take it. I don't give two shit. I know people are paranoid about chips. You want to put a chip in me? You can put whatever you want in me. You could have antenna sticking out of my head. If I can get back in the gym, I'll take it.
That's because you lived through a period of life where you put everything through you.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter anymore. It does. I mean, the damage his body has gone through. Bill Gates' chip ain't gonna do shit to me. I don't care. I'll take whatever you got. This body is destroyed. My ligaments are barely hanging on. It doesn't matter. So I'm good. Go ahead, shoot me up.
Yeah. I'm like, when people are like all scared about the chip and people say, I start thinking about like, man, RoboCop, how badass was he? Like RoboCop.
If I could chip me up, man, whatever. I don't care, man. Whatever you want to do, you want to.
Yeah, I start thinking of all them 80s movies like RoboCop, Total Recall, like all that kind of shit. Like, hell yeah.
Yeah, you want to put a bar scanner across my head, whatever. Let's do it. I got wrinkles on my head. We'll just put some codes in there. You can scan me that I've been checked, whatever. Let's do it. Yeah.
But like, so like I'm in a lot of groups, especially with the kids' sports. So like we're in a soccer group, and Isaiah plays, pretty competitive soccer. We travel a lot, and man, all the parents, they're like, let's keep having practice. Let's have practice. Like, it's soccer. Like, and the soccer, the president and them like, no, we can't. Yeah, let's just keep virtual. But to me, it's like, man, all my jiu-jitsu people, all my soccer people, like, they're just done with it. They're ready. They're like, let's get going. Let's do this.
Well, here's what the other bad part of this is the lawsuits are going to come. Because just say, I hate to say this, say you do open the gym up,
right,
and somebody catches it and they go home and their mother gets sick and dies. The next thing are the lawsuits. And that's what I'm worried about. It's just like, well, I think I don't think we need to come up with a plan. We need to come up with like a waiver too that,
right.
When we say we're willing to break our arms and our legs, we're also willing to catch. There might in the waiver you might have to put COVID-19. You can't, because especially you that owns a gym, you have to cover yourself at all ends because you don't know. You see what's going to happen. One person's going to get sick and they'll be like, I'm going to sue Adam now. So I think you need to get with a lawyer, but you need to write a COVID-19 plan for me and be like, you come to my gym. This is it. I can't. You got to be covered for everything now. It's just that crazy.
Emily on here, she owns a gym too, and she put, haha, we may have to mention COVID in our waivers now.
Honest to God, Emily, you might have to just because look, like you said, people are snitching on people for training.
Right.
This is the next evolution of snitch is the lawsuits. It is what it is. It's going to go from snitching to lawsuits, and you're going to lose more than your business. It's just, fuck it. Just find a lawyer, be like, hey, I need one more paragraph says, if you COVID-19, you take all risks, whatever,
right.
Or airborne pathogens, any kind of diseases. It just might as well cover all aspects and be safe.
Right. No, it's very true, man. It's gonna change everybody's perspectives somewhere or another, good or bad.
And we've only been in this for 5 weeks too. Imagine if we had to go 10 weeks, 12 weeks, 16 weeks.
I think it's coming. I think it's coming. I think the 12 weeks is coming. If you look at their things, we're still not even at phase 1. The gyms aren't until phase 3, and even then at phase 3, if you look at, they're still talking about gyms. They're not talking about combat gyms. They're talking about gyms, weightlifting gyms. Our gyms are like phase 4. Our gyms are like 2022.
No, they don't even know about us.
Yeah, we're not even the same. We're not even in the conversation yet.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's when they're talking about gyms, a lot of people get excited. They're like, "Oh, we're phase 3." I'm like, phase 3 is you can lift beside the other guy finally. You can't touch him though. We touch each other.
I feel safer rolling than going to a fitness gym with people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I said, if they're tackling the NFL, you can't stop it. If millionaires are tackling each other on the field,
hmm
you know,
Yeah.
we can
And they're bleeding on each other too.
exactly. It's just
Bloody noses all the time.
oh, because there's no fans in the stands. That makes it better.
No.
They're still touching each other. What?
Yeah, you got 20
Actually, the fans are
people
safer. They're
right
not
next to
touching each other. Yeah.
What are they going to do on the sidelines? Keep all 30, second stringers 6 feet away from each other.
Right.
Yeah, and all of a sudden when you tackle each other, there's no COVID because they're wearing pads, whatever. It's just it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Well, guess what? My gi keeps COVID away too. I don't know. Whatever.
Exactly.
Especially the belt. Just don't wash your belt. I'll make sure to keep COVID-19 away.
Yeah.
Shit, my COVID-19 might have started from my belt.
He's that guy.
I got that Wuhan belt.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, I told people, I was like, man, just jiu-jitsu people, just be quiet. Let's fly under the radar. When they say that gyms can open up, they don't know.
Man, there's so many rats in jiu-jitsu. You're gonna, like I said, you're gonna get that guy who used to train.
Dude,
he's like a closet hater of people who still train. Those people who aren't persistent with their training, those closet lazy people are gonna be the ones that are gonna rat you out. That's the danger.
Yeah. It'd be called Georgetown Yoga, and we'll be 8 feet apart with our yoga mats.
There you go. I like that. Georgetown Yoga. Do that.
Yeah. We're in a yoga gym. What are you talking about?
There you go. Essential.
But no, we do have, like I said, dude, we have backup farm to go to. A lot of property and a lot of cattle. So we'd be fine, bro.
Do what you got to do, brother, man. I support you. Do what you got to do.
Then we'll come up and visit you.
For sure. I'll probably visit you guys first. I know I gotta be down there probably next month. I gotta drive through Kentucky for a few jobs. So I'll definitely get through there.
If everything's still closed, get with Ethan because he's got 4,000 square feet at his house of mat, and he trains every day.
Wish I knew about this. What the fuck can you fit that in this apartment?
He's just been training jiu-jitsu every day, bro. I don't know what he's doing.
I'm sure he is.
Danielle, I've been training.
In
our living room.
He's working from home too, so he's home all day.
Nice.
So luckily, I got to survive this and not lose my job, but my job is logistics, shipping and receiving and shit. So it's very dependent on businesses shut down. Yeah, and a lot of my customers shut down. So like my business that got cut in half. I'm just like sitting around all day,
Getting paid.
Getting paid to sit around, but I'm much rather be busy for 9 hours instead of sitting there.
Yeah. I hear you.
Mike's over here working hard.
Yeah.
Getting called out for emergency jobs.
Now, the thing is, my job isn't hard. It's just I have to travel a lot. My actual job isn't like I'm not in my old construction days where I'm like climbing bridges and stuff. I don't do that anymore. Mm-hmm. So it's not like physically hard, but it's just I'm traveling. I'm out there. I gotta it's a lot of hours on the road.
That's a nice bridge. It's not gonna fall down.
Yeah, I'm like, it looks good.
We're in Kentucky. How serious is it?
Yeah.
In Owensboro, let it go.
They're all wooden bridges. It's not like,
Hell no, bro.
I wish it was that easy.
Hey, do you get calls like when like a truck or something hits a bridge?
Yes, I do. If it's in a construction pattern, I'll get a call. Yeah, I'll get a call. Yeah. I'm not. There's nothing I can really do for it. Like 2 a.m. I'm like, did anybody die? Do I have to send someone out? It's just
right.
There's really not too much I could do besides get woken up 2 a.m. and panic and be like, what site are you calling from? Trying to gather my thoughts and
right.
But that's about the most stressful. Yeah.
That's not bad at all. Then
that's not bad.
What was the last day you trained in a gym?
In like with other people with.
Yeah, your gym. Yeah.
At least we're talking about almost 40 some days now. Yeah.
And how's who owns your gym? Who owns it?
James Trulecki.
So how's he taking all this, man?
He's doing online classes. He does the online classes for Zoom. It's rough on him. It's I feel bad for the guy. it sucks. And I'm going to do whatever it takes. Like I'm telling a lot of people, I'll come to your gym and I'll do seminars. I'll do whatever. If I'm at a gym, I really don't like teaching. It's not my thing.
Right.
But I can get some people in there and get people make extra money. Let all the profits go to them. If I'm at a gym, I'm going to try and help as many gyms as I can, right out of this. So I'm going to help him. I'm going to help as many people as I can. If I'm at your gym and people want to come roll with me or do a seminar or just come talk to me or just pick my brain.
There's a lot of gyms doing that we're all getting each other's backs. I think it's pretty cool.
It's got to be that way. It's got to be that way. So,
yeah, I definitely got to do something special for my crew, man, because they're staying by our sides in pain and stuff. So I need to do something. It's just sad, man. I know some gyms are suffering though right now. They're hurting.
That's hard,
and that's what sucks. I'm trying to read some of the messages. Yeah, like our gym, I think we'll be fine once they say open up, like you said, like still be safe and do it in stages, maybe get a new waiver signed up, for just in case. But I don't know, like you've seen our crew, man. Like our crew, we're a pretty tight knit family, and we don't have a lot of outsiders. I'm pretty picky with who trains with us too. I'm not a businessman, in that sense, to where I just I want numbers. There's so many people that will come in the gym and I'll be honest, like, hey man, like we're not the right fit for you, or we kind of, give them the shim, when they start asking about memberships and discounts. I'm like, yeah, man, everyone pays $250 a month. It's normal.
It's good that you are picky with your gym because then you know what kind of product you have out there and you can sleep comfortable at night. It's just, I think as an owner, you got to be able to sleep comfortable at night. You can't be sleeping knowing that, man, this might happen tomorrow at the gym, or this guy might hurt this person if I'm not around, or this guy's a little creepy, or she's a little, you don't know, so it's good to be picky. It's your place. It's where you get your money from. And you got to be able to sleep comfortable at night. So you got to be comfortable with what's happening in your business.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
I didn't even know that there were comments on here. I just saw it right now. I pressed the live comments thing. I didn't even know there was. I had it on.
Yeah, if you go to far right there and hit live comments.
Yeah, I just saw it right now. I didn't even know that.
And then I could put them up on this screen because I'm fancy like this. Like now, look at your feed.
Oh, that's sweet. See, man, this technology, man, I'm not good with it. I'm not. I need to get better with it.
I've been learning little by little. Yeah, I'm not good with it either.
That's sweet.
I have to ask my son, like, hey, how do I get out of this screen?
Man, see, when I play Fortnite with my sons, they make so much fun of me. They're like, come on, Dad, are you serious? Like, revive me. And I'm like, and I play for my cell phone. I play with Fortnite for like mobile, and I'm just like, and I'm already blind as it is. So I'm like, I'm going like this.
Like this big. You're like,
and I make the screen so bright that my battery burns so quick because I can't see anything. I'm like, come on, Dad, revive it. And they get mad at me like I'm doing it on purpose. I'm like, I can barely see what's happening on the screen right now to revive.
Yeah, so they don't let me play. I suck, dude. I'm gonna try to get good at it.
I'll give you my gamer tag. You gotta jump on some Fortnite with me. It's fun. I do that and play poker online. There's two things.
Yeah.
I play poker and Fortnite. There's two things I play online. That's it. So
Ethan plays games. What do you play, Ethan?
Yeah, I bet you Ethan's good. I can tell he's good. Yeah.
He looks like he'd be good.
You'd be real good. Yeah.
I'm horrible. So like right before we started the show, I was playing a game called Counter-Strike. It was an old school shooter game like Fortnite. And Adam messaged me, and like I was fucking 10 and 25, 10 kills and 25 deaths. I'm fucking garbage, man. I just like playing it, so I don't have to talk to Danielle. So yeah, I'm busy.
She can hear you, bro.
Games all day.
She can hear you. You forget.
Just drowned her. Oh shit! I forgot. She's right there.
Hey, Mike, did you watch the Fortnite concert?
I did watch it. My kids made sure I watched it with them.
Yeah,
I like Travis Scott, so my kids were. I was happy to hear some Travis Scott. So
it's
my kids were like, I loved it. So I thought it was
Blink 182, Travis Scott.
What?
Like Blink 182?
No, definitely not the guy from Blink-182. Totally different guy. Yeah, it's totally different color. Totally different kind of music.
Okay.
Oh, Ethan.
Yeah, it's
No.
a different Travis Scott.
I thought it was
wait, I'm
cool.
the old guy. You should know who Travis Scott is. Why do I know who Travis Scott is? But I do like the old Travis Scott. I always loved Blink-182. So Travis Scott was awesome, but totally different from Travis Scott.
Okay. Okay.
One's white, one's black. One raps and
Totally
one,
different.
Yeah,
Totally
different kind of music.
One has a grill, bro.
Yeah.
No, but I thought it was pretty cool how they did that on Fortnite. That was
that was awesome. I thought that was amazing. That was amazing. That blew my mind.
I was impressed with that. It was pretty cool, and like how like you can just go find it on Fortnite. Like you're gonna go to a concert on Fortnite. Your character goes to this concert, Ethan, and Travis Scott is built into a character, and he's performing live.
Ethan don't give a shit. Ethan's not about that.
I don't.
He would.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, he wants no part of that.
Nah.
He's gonna download Fortnite now tonight and get on it.
Yeah, just so I can see that.
He just bought a new laptop for gaming.
Oh, nice. All my gaming's done for my kids have Xboxes, but I can't. I need the phone. I need to be able to like swipe. If I got to do this, I'm all my fingers all calloused up. I can't do shit. But this, I could swipe all day. I can like swipe and punch and shoot. But if I got to do this,
when you play on your phone, can you talk to them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you still can talk to them when you play on your phone?
Can.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Danielle plays what's that game you play on your phone? PUBG. It's another shooter game like Fortnite.
Yeah, it's kind of like Fortnite. I played that a few times. Yeah, I just But the reason I like because I get to play with my kids, so it's kind of fun too because we're all playing on the same game, and we end up fighting at the end of the game anyway.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah, because if they die and I'm still alive, it's always my fault, and I have to stop whatever I'm doing. And when I revive them, I get shot. I'm like, well, I can't revive you if I'm being shot at. I got to shoot back at the other guy. Like, come on, bring me back to life. But like, then I get shot, and then it's my fault. So it's like, I can't win.
Come on, guys, it's a two-way street here.
Yeah, they don't care. There's like, revive me. But if I die, they're looting, they're getting guns. I'm like, what about me? They're like, I don't give a shit. So
they just stand around you, wait till you die, then take your stuff.
Or one of their friends pop up online, they'll leave the game. They're like, oh, my buddy's online. Bye, Dad. I'm like,
oh my God, that's funny, dude. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna try to do it so I can bond with him through Fortnite too, because like, we play soccer together, we wrestle together, we do jiu-jitsu together, and now I'm gonna try to do the Fortnite and
it's fun. It's fun, it's fun. It's another thing to do with it. It's another bonding thing, so it's pretty cool. So.
And he goes, Dad, you might like the Call of Duty one because that's older people on that one a little bit more.
Older people, 26-year-old on that one.
I think he's talking about like 15-year-olds.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, there's not like, it's not too bloody either for like the little one. Like they don't show like blood when you get shot. It's not like, it's like the most tamest killing you ever see is on Fortnite. Mm-hmm. It's like borderline. Yeah. It's like Disney killing. It's like it's like you're getting shot and there's like when the guy dies, he disappears. He doesn't fall down. Yeah. Well, if he's hurt, he falls down. But if he dies, like he gets zapped up in the air. There's like this little thing pops up. So it's very like, it's definitely like G murder. So it's not like.
Well, I'm bringing my kids, they're used to watching Bloodsport, Rocky, Rambo.
We watched Bloodsport last week. My kids were reenacting it. My kids were coming to grab my head going, Mate. They were loving. They love the Mate part because it means tap out. They're going Mate. They're grabbing my head. So
my daughters walk around yelling Muay Thai and kicking you. That's like their thing.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, and we're from the '80s, so I love '80s movies. So my kids have watched. My kids are hooked on '80s movies. I've made them watch Howard the Duck last week.
Yes.
And I had to fast forward some scenes because I forgot there were some scenes where
there's some the nudity.
So I forgot she actually fucks a duck. So I was like, oh shit!
It's true, dude. Yeah, you forget with some of those movies back then because it wasn't such a big deal.
Yeah.
See some tits or something.
I mean, now you think about it, she fucked a duck, so maybe it is a big deal,
Yeah, I mean, like now that's like
one bestiality in the 80s. I didn't realize that.
it's frowned upon nowadays.
I think fucking a duck is always frowned upon. I don't think that's
Yeah.
ever gonna be. I don't know what year we're in. That's never gonna be okay.
In most places,
Ethan's Google
bestiality is
search.
frowned upon.
Yeah.
Ethan's Google search. I mean,
Ethan, go watch Howard the Duck. Actually, did you watch Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah.
So part 2, they show Howard the Duck at the end of the movie, or they show him in the bar.
yeah, a lot of people don't know that.
They show Howard the Duck, and people just think it's a duck, and people don't realize it's a reference to the '80s movie Howard the Duck.
Okay.
Last time I knew what was going on, like people were like, "What the hell's Howard the Duck?" I'm like, "It's a movie from the '80s." They're like, what does that do with Guardians of the Galaxy?" I'm like,
It doesn't matter.
as soon as I saw, I knew what was going on. I was like, "Shit, that's Howard the Duck."
Was that like post credits or something?
No, so in the bar where it's that bar where Yondo's in, and they're like hooking up with like the robot hookers in Guardians of the
I don't
Galaxy 2.
remember.
Well, in the bar, they're showing people in the bar, and Howard the Duck's in the bar. He's like sitting on a seat or something having a drink. I'll send it to you. I'll find you that clip. I'll send it to you, and then you have to go watch Howard the Duck from the '80s. It's a very interesting movie.
It's a good movie.
Good movie. It's probably gonna be hard to find Howard the Duck. It's probably gonna be a hard movie to find. I found it on that one site, 123 Movies. Ever use that?
Some illegal streaming stuff.
Yeah, one of those.
Okay.
Yeah, so on there, that's
Ethan,
like you can find it on there. So I had the kids watching, like it's just that one scene, which I had to fast forward real quick when she's hooking up with the duck. So
Ethan wears glasses, so I always assume he could find anything on the internet, and he's just good with technology.
I'm not good with technology at all.
I'm horrible with technology. I'm bad.
Dude, YouTube has taught me everything. Like, even the camera I got. Like, I got a camera now so what I'm gonna do now, like, so May, when my wife was getting out of teaching, I was gonna do just like, because we have open mat chat, which is this podcast, and I was gonna do some open mat like video vlogs and go to people's open mats and train with them, and then do like a little interview and maybe have a dinner or beer with them, and just do little videos like that. Well, this is all slowing us down. So right now I have at least 5 people that are training at home on their home mats. And so I'm going to come visit their house and do like a little house tour of their jiu-jitsu mats and where they live, and kind of do the same thing, sit back, have a beer, interview them, maybe like 6-8 minute long little videos of each person's house that's, training at home. So I'm going to do something like that for right now. But yeah, I got a camera. I've been learning how to do like little videos and editing and all kinds of fun stuff since I'm at home bored all day.
I got you. I hear you.
Shake kids. Drinking bourbon. Ethan, what are you drinking?
Four Roses.
Four Roses. Yeah. Nice. I got some Elijah Craig here right now.
Elijah Craig, okay.
Yeah. So that bourbon 30 in Georgetown, we have a bourbon distillery here in Georgetown. I've been talking to them about sponsoring the podcast with like 2 bottles a month.
Oh, Mike, yeah, I've seen this scene. I remember this scene. Very, very end, right before the credits.
Did you look it up?
Did you find it?
Yeah, I just found it.
So now you have to go watch the movie Howard the Duck from the '80s. Right. I'm serious. I think you'll like it. I think you'll like it because I like it. I'm not saying
okay,
that, but give it a shot. Give it a shot. You'll be. The graphics are just
the 80s graphics.
They're so horrible. They're funny. The graphics are so bad. But it's like it's the closest things to Guardians of the Galaxy in the 80s without realizing it's something like that. So it's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Is it a Roger Rabbit type thing where it's a cartoon and they're trying to act like there's a cartoon?
No, so that technology didn't exist. They had to use an actual duck, like a midget and a duck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they had to use almost like Star Wars, like the Star Wars Wookiee, that kind of thing. It's which makes it really cool. And so they had to. There was no technology back then to do that. So just
okay. So it's good, but it wasn't good.
I think it's a great movie. I think it's a cool classic.
You'll like it.
I want to watch it again now. Talking about it.
You'll like it.
We'll have to do one of those. What this podcast they do? They're like those fight companions. We'll have to do a movie companion and watch a whole movie. A whole movie from
Theater
like
3000.
Spaceballs.
Space Science Theater 3000 or 2000 or whatever.
What is that?
Oh, you guys don't remember that?
No, I don't.
It was on Sci-Fi, and it was these 3 dudes that would watch old, really bad sci-fi movies.
Oh, I think I kind of remember. Yeah, there was something like that.
And they were dressed up as like robots and like aliens, and they would just talk shit about these old, really bad sci-fi movies from like the 60s, 70s, 80s.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Bro, you watch Spaceballs? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know, bro. I watched it the other day, and
any sort of comedy fan has got to watch Mel Brooks.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm telling you, we're gonna have to do a podcast one day with Howard the Duck. We'll do a '80s companion. We're gonna start another podcast where we just watch '80s movies.
Dude, we can do whatever we want on here.
I'm sure we'll get YouTube would take that down a heartbeat without a copyright, but that would be funny.
I don't care. We don't make no money.
There you go. There you go. For entertainment purposes only.
That's like people are like, do you cuss on there? Like, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Have you hung out with us? We cuss all the time. We can't not. No, we'll definitely have to do this again in a few weeks, bro. We'll catch back up and we'll kind of see where we're at, because I saw that Ohio was starting to open up. I saw Georgia open up like crazy. They're like,
but they're not opening stuff up that we want to open up. That's the thing. A lot of people are getting excited. I'm like, man, read the fine print. The shit we want to open up, we're a long way from that.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. But I mean, I could do someone's hair at my gym too. I could be a hairstylist.
I have to get my fade done, so maybe I'll have to stop in. And...
Chiropractic work? Come on down.
I need that too.
I'll twist you up.
Georgetown MMA, Jiu-Jitsu, and hair salon.
And yoga. No, man. Hey, I appreciate you coming on today, man.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate it.
It was nice catching up while we got to record this too, 'cause we're an hour and a half in, and I know we could keep bullshitting all night, but I know you got to work in the morning. Me and Ethan don't got to do nothing.
I got to work in the morning.
From home, bro.
From home, but I still got to log on.
You gotta work.
You're probably not even wearing pants right now still.
I'm wearing sweatpants.
It's all right. It's all right.
No,
with
man.
joint holes in them.
You don't have to leave the house. You'll be surprised, Putting on pants, you're like, oh, God, I got to put on pants. I got to go to Kroger. What? No.
Yeah. That's been weird putting on blue jeans.
No. Mike's out there inspecting bridges, doing real life stuff.
Grinding.
Actual important shit.
Yeah, I don't know if it's important, but.
And you and your buddy that quarantine each other to train, where are you training at? Your house?
I am not allowed to disclose the location.
Oh, nice.
It's a secret place I'm training at. It's like I said, we got it legit. We made it. We made like a blood oath to each other. We cut our hands, and we rather were like, look, it's just me and you. We're not gonna talk about it. But no, we got a cool place we're training at. Yeah.
Now you guys are gonna die of AIDS, but yeah.
Yeah, most likely so. I'm probably giving him other diseases that the poor kid never had before. So
yeah,
just put his life in more risk.
You're like, hey, what Trump said about bleach, just rub it on you. You'll be all right.
There you go. I've been since he said I injected bleach. I was like, for real, let's do it. I shoved a flashlight right up my ass. I was like, all right, let's light therapy. Let's do this. Like I said, I'll do whatever it takes to train. I don't care what it is. Whatever crazy shit you got, I'll do it.
I mean, who hasn't taken a bleach bath before? Come on.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anybody that's trained jiu-jitsu for more than 6 months has.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, real quick though, I don't know if you listened to our last podcast, but we had this girl on Mary, and she's on Instagram pretty big, called the
Dogfight Dojo.
Dogfight Dojo on Instagram. And before they got shut down, lockdown, they trained at 10th Planet, Austin, Texas. She moved in 5 roommates to live there and only just stay there and train, and that's it. Like, you're not allowed to leave or anything, because for her work, she goes, what does she do? She's like a physical therapist, PT
For old people.
for old people and stuff. So she still has to work. So she wanted to move in a group that's not going to compromise her catching it, because she's being careful. And so it's pretty dope to follow them on Facebook, because they're like, wake up, they have breakfast together, they go outside and do like a morning strength and conditioning, and then they train like 2 or 3 times a day, jiu-jitsu, and then they have dinner. And it's like she's a white belt, but her technique and stuff, she's on point. Follow her page, man. It's pretty dope to see what they did. But they did kind of like you, like they made a pact, like, hey, if you move in here, this is it. Like, seriously, you got to just train and you
might come
can't
to that,
leave.
man. Guys, it might come to that. We might have to make mini packs with people. Like, look, this is you can only train with this amount of people, or like it's gonna bring too much heat.
Yeah.
At least for the time being.
Yeah, it might be. I'll always train with you, bro.
Definitely.
Ethan, you take your chance, bro.
And
Whatever.
Like the early 90s, no condoms.
no, nothing back then.
All right, fellas. I appreciate you guys being on. Mr. Jiu-Jitsu, where can they find you at?
You can find me on Michael Mios on Facebook, or Mr. Jiu-Jitsu on Instagram, or Mr. Jiu-Jitsu on. You can find me any of those places. Send me a message. I'm always down to chat about anything. Anything you want to talk about, send me a message.
And train, man. Ethan?
At the Boss Goss right here below my face. On pretty much everything.
Right.
If you want to catch me on Counter-Strike, I believe it's at the Boss Goss.
You better double check, bro. Game tags.
Something like that.
Hopefully I'll have a game tag soon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it out, man.
Whatever Isaiah's gamer tag is, find him at that.
Yeah. No, dude, he's picky, bro. If you're not good, he won't accept you. That's what he said. I don't think he's that good.
Young kids are good, man. They're good.
The kid takes home some medals from Pans, and he thinks he's fucking top guy, man. But I'll check in with you in a couple weeks, bro. We'll get you back on here. I mean, I'll check in before that, but we'll get you back on the podcast a couple weeks. And I appreciate you, man. Peace out.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Nice talking to you, Mike. Peace.
Later, bros. Ethan.
What?